Hi guys, so today I am back with another video about the topic of interesting things that I find in Germany in compared to living in Singapore. So I've been living in Germany for almost 4 years now, so these are the little details that I learned about living in Germany. So disclaimer, it is all my own experience and also I'm not speaking for anyone else. So the first thing about Germany that I learned is different from Singapore is actually phone services. So in Singapore, if you have a mobile phone service line, it would be actually only just in Singapore. If you were to go out to like a little outside, like Malaysia, which is our neighboring country, you would have to get like a separate SIM card, or else you will be charged extra and much more for roaming service. And however, if you have a mobile phone line service in Germany, you are not really charged extra as long as it's in the European region. And for example, when I went to Austria, or when I was in Sweden, or when I was in Norway or Denmark, because they're all still a European Union country here, I on my data roaming. However, I am not charged extra. Like I don't have to pay extra money on top, or like a different pricing for my phone line. I still pay my usual phone line when it comes to the bills, and I get to still access to my own data without having to pay extra on top. That I find it really efficient and cost saving, because I don't have to have a separate phone line or a separate phone number or a separate SIM card. I just use the same one. However, I do realize that this phone line, at least for mine, it does not cover Switzerland. So if I were to go to Switzerland, I would then, however, need to have a separate line. The rest of the other Europe country, I have no problem with it. The next interesting thing that I find that is pretty similar to the phone line was my insurance. So likewise, if I'm in Singapore, even if I go to Malaysia, or I go to Taiwan, or I go to Japan, I would have to buy like a travel insurance that's covering the country that I'm going to, or like an overseas travel insurance. However, in Germany, my insurance is covered even if I'm, let's say, in Spain. I remember once I was on holiday in Spain, and that was a time where I already had my wisdom tooth like removed. However, there was an infection and my gum was hurting so bad that I had to go to the dentist in Spain. And I was worried because I'm like, oh no, now it's gonna rack up the bill. And thankfully, because it's still in Europe, my insurance actually do cover my dental, and I was able to even get an X-ray done in Spain and still have everything covered and not have to worry about the cost. The third thing about Germany is public toilet. Boy, it is so hard to get free public toilet here. First of all, public toilet is not as accessible. And second of all, it also does cost money to go into the public toilet. The public toilet can cost like 50 cents to 70 cents, especially in the shopping malls. And the only time that you can go into the toilet for free is usually either like a restaurant or maybe a fast food place. In Singapore, public toilet is basically like everywhere. You can have easily access to public toilet everywhere, and you don't have to pay for it. So that is a good part. Some of the toilets in shopping malls are even of like certain company. You can even put either coins in, or you can even scan your card to pay for the entrance of the toilet. In that case, so just make sure you have money around for your toilet trip in Germany. The next thing is supermarkets. Like, this may seem a little random, but I'm so fascinated because in Germany, when you buy drinks, like bottled drinks or canned drinks, they come in the back, right? So 6 packs or like a 12 packs. And normally in Singapore, if you were to buy any drinks that is like in a package, you would either buy the whole lot, or you go and find those individual bottles to buy it if you only need them individually. Unless you want more, like in a pack of 6 or 12, then you will buy that as a whole pack. But in Germany, if you want to buy a bottle of drinks, you can actually just rip it out from the package. Like the package of like 6 or 12, you can just rip it out from the package and buy it as single. So when I first came, I was like, whoa, are you allowed to do that? And apparently you are. Like it's normal that people just ripped out from like the package of 6 or the package of 12 to buy it. So that was something that was quite interesting for me. So the last thing I want to talk about is bioproducts. In Germany, and compared to Singapore, bioproducts in Germany are so much more affordable. However, it's understandable because in Singapore, we always most of the time basically import stuff into the country. We don't really have much of our self-produced products, which is why it's not only that prices of grocery can sometimes be a bit higher, bioproduct definitely costs way more. However, in Germany, you can get bioproduct for a really affordable price, which means that if you do want to eat healthier, you can. For example, a pack of milk in Singapore would have cost like 2 to 3 euros. However, in Germany, you can get that same amount of milk, but bio, for less than 2 euros, which is really, really awesome. I do realize that definitely prices are all increasing. However, bioproduct is definitely much more affordable in Germany than in Singapore. So that's all for my first video on the interesting things about living in Germany versus in Singapore. Please stay tuned for the second part of the video.